Where were the door slammers? 6 seconds, 200 miles per hour, the Pro Modifieds. And as usual, Alan Packman, the man currently leading the championship, is the #1 qualifier, having run straight away into the sixes. 6.95, and he's on a bye run in the first round. Well, the familiar figure of Ray Simpson guiding back Andy Robinson in the Rover, he's going to be running against this man, Bert Englefield, with his Toyota Supra. So it's Rover 800 Coupe against a Toyota Supra. No, they're not ordinary cars. These run with engines between 10,000 cc's and 11,500 cc's. These are mega. And this is going to be so close. These were our numbers 4 and 5 qualifiers with something like 700ths of a second between them. And they're up and running. It's Bert Englefield out in front with the Supra. And he's running so well this weekend. 7.06. He just gets quicker and quicker. Look at those terminal speeds in the 190 miles per hour bracket. And you can see the wheels coming up on these two cars. Bert having to fight it. They're changing gear. They've got a different lever for every gear on these cars. They have to steer with the left hand and change gear with the right. At 190 miles per hour, that is not easy. This is Gordon Appleton, 1967 Camaro. And he's running against the Chevrolet Lumina of this man, Neil Taylor, the A1 Fabrications man who builds the car himself and then races it. Gordon Appleton was our #3 qualifier, Neil Taylor our #6, and it is Appleton who's away first. A reaction time of 0.57 to Neil Taylor's 0.74 gets him the win, a 7.09 to a 7.17, and again, both of these cars running in that 190 miles per hour bracket. These are just stunning machines, and they look as though you can just drive them out onto the road. Well, here's our next pair. And again, it's an all General Motors affair. Michael Geely with his Vauxhall Calibra, the smallest engine car in the class, up against Nick Davis with his Oldsmobile Cutlass. And it is Davis who gets away first. Geely has all sorts of problems away from the start line, and Nick Davis is having a great weekend. He was our #2 qualifier, having run a 7.16, and takes the win over Michael Geely, who goes every which way but straight at 7.26, 185 miles per hour. So the semi-finals look like this. Alan Packman on his bye run now comes up against Bert Englefield, and Nick Davis races Gordon Appleton. And we'll go straight to the first of those semi-finals. Big smoky burnouts. The crowd love these. It's not just for show. They are warming up those huge rear slicks on those cars. They run alcohol funny car tyres at the back of these cars. And it's Bert Englefield up against the current champion. Englefield takes the win. My goodness me, Englefield for the first time into the sixes, 6.96, and he shuts down the current championship leader. Well, that is a turn-up for the books, and I can imagine Bert Englefield whooping for joy. He's such a quiet man. He'll be absolutely ecstatic with that win, puts away the champ, takes the win in the sixes. So who's he going to race in the final? Once again, classic confrontation, GM against GM. The Camaro against the Oldsmobile Cutlass. This is Nick Davis. Nick Davis has made his way up from Supergas Racing, where he used to drive a beautiful 37 Ford Coupe, now into this Oldsmobile Cutlass. And this weekend he's really got a handle on it, but there's a problem. Gordon has a problem. He's being pushed back. So it's going to be Nick Davis on his own into the final to meet Bert Englefield. Well, what sort of a run is Nick Davis going to do? Is he going to just sit there and coast up? There's the nitrous oxide injection, which boosts the horsepower of these machines up to 2,000. But no, Nick Davis is using it as a full power practice run, cracks off 7.14, 193 miles per hour. So it's the final of Pro Modified. And it's interesting that the champion, the current championship leader, is out. That's Al Packman. Gordon Appleton, second place in the championship, is out. Andy Robinson, third place, is out. It's Nick Davis against Bert Englefield. So both of these guys could really do with the points here in the championship. This will bring about a nice change at the top. And Nick Davis, his first time into the finals, as is his for the man in the opposing lane, Bert Englefield. And Nick Davis jumps the lights. Automatically, Nick Davis is out. Bert Englefield takes the win and cruises through 7.70 at 164 miles an hour. You can see it so clearly there before the green had come on. Nick Davis jumped across the start line beach. He's out of contention, and Bert Englefield takes the win. Okay, let's refresh ourselves. What happened in the quarterfinals? Barry Sheevel's got through on a bye run. He meets Tony Baker with the Ford Probe. And Rob Turner meets Peter Beck from Switzerland, and that's an all-dragster affair. So, Tony Baker burning out heavily up against this man. Barry Sheevel's looking for points here in the championship. He's behind Peter Beck already in this year's championship. And makes no mistake, Barry Sheevel's takes the win, 6.29 to Tony Baker's 6.94. Baker, though, having a great weekend. First time for him in the sixes. Now then, who's going to be in the final against Barry Sheevel's? Great Britain again or Switzerland? Peter Beck is a man who really is on top form in 1996 with this dragster. Can he do away with Great Britain's Rob Turner? But he's got problems away from the start line. And it's Rob Turner. Just watch those rear tyres grow. He records a 6.39, 216 miles per hour. That puts him in the final against fellow countryman, the Wins dragster driver, Barry Sheevel's. So Barry gets taken right up to the start line by his crew chief. This is going to be very, very close. The visor goes down. No naked eyes here in drag racing. And they're away together. Barry Sheevel's away first. Looks as though he's got him up, but there's a problem. That's the burst plate on the supercharger. Let's go. Rob Turner drives by. Takes maximum points from that round. 6.32. 218 miles an hour. Let's just watch all this happen. They're away from the start line. Sheevel's clearly away first. Those rear tyres starting to grow. Turner in chase mode. The engine lets go on Sheevel's car. It's a win for Rob Turner. Well done. Now it's the final of the Cannonball.
It's spinning the tyres a little bit mid-track. It seems to take everything we can, give it on the bottom of the track, but mid-track, I mean, as John did on the last run, I think they got a bit aggressive and smoked the tyres mid-track. So we're just sort of, really just creeping up on it because you can't. The track's, it's probably quite warm now because it has been quite hot today, so you don't really want to go out there and, do anything silly. We're just leaving everything as it is.
Well, the last time that man won the Cannonball, would you believe, was 1983, and that was in a Top Fuel funny car. But he's against this man, Lex June, who was a rookie in 1995, and suddenly finds himself against his hero, the Motorola Mustang man, Gary Page. Alcohol car against Top Fuel funny car. The last time an alcohol car won this event was 1990 in the hands of Sweden's Michael Kagerad. Can it possibly happen all over again? Certainly Gary Page has been so consistent here this weekend. The Motorola team really deserve to win. They've been in the fives. Lex June has been in the low sixes. They're away together. But Lex June takes the win. There's a problem for Gary Page. It's Lex June who cruises through at the top end. 7.00, 141 miles per hour. Problems all the way for Gary Page. An absolute delight for the Valvoline Dutch Spirit team of Lex June. Well, even the Motorola men have to applaud a winning run there from this comparative rookie. Let's just watch this again. Away from the start line, it looks as though Gary Page has got problems straight away. All neat fuel coming out of the headers. He realises he's got a problem, lets the parachute go, and the Valvoline car just goes through and takes a really, really comfortable win. And is this man happy? Is this man happy? That smile just can't get any bigger. The first man to go up and say well done, Gary Page from Great Britain. So Lex June joins this fabled league of names who have won the Cannonball, which started for the first time in 1981. A complete outsider takes the win.
I think it's amazing. It's always have been for me the race of the year, because funny cars was always the thing to look at, and always when I came here was the Cannonball was the main event for me to look at. So to win it, it's the dreams, all the dreams come true then.
It promised so much, didn't it?
Yeah, but as we said, you know, nothing's over until the win light comes on. So it's just every run, you know, we've been chasing problems and just caught up with us in the final.
What happened in the final, Gary?
The car just didn't want to go anywhere. Just didn't want to run. It wasn't moving. I mean, Lex got out in front of me, then the car left, and Lex was pulling away, and like that shouldn't happen. So I just shut the car off.
It would have been lovely for you, wouldn't it, to have taken the win here, 13 years after the last time you took a trophy away from the Cannonball.
Well, we'll make it 14 next year.